like the energy's out there and then it happens.
But I do struggle with, like, say I'm having a hard time, okay, and I get through it. I don't feel God. I feel me just getting my shit together and doing it. I just, like, don't feel this, like, energy. I just feel me.
Because you might have not put your... This is something else I've done. I feel me too.
Yeah. I do it.
But I've gotten to a point, it's probably just like the past year actually, where like I put the power in God's hands. Okay. In a sense where...
I guess that's where
like you just kind of let it flow.
And I just, and I'm not like, I think people think too much, right?
Yes.
And you got to put it in God's hands, like just like I did the studio or anything. That was, when I did the studio and I did the shirts, when I did all that, it was almost like... God was experimenting with me to be like, all right, are you going to put this in my hands and believe your intuition, or are you going to try too hard?
Right.
You know, and everyone around me was going against God's word, like, how are you going to make money in the studio? How are you going to get clients? How are you going to do that? You know what I mean? And when I said, I always go back to that, because now I'm unbreakable, right?
Yeah, right.
Because I've already experienced my intuition being like, no, that's truly what you have to do. Right. Don't worry, it's going to happen.
Yeah, I have good intuition.
Like I call it, instead of calling it God, I like to call it the universe.
The universe.
Like letting the universe.
I like that.
Take care of like things.
I like that.
And trying too hard. I was always trying too hard with certain things in my life.
Yeah.
And whenever I'd let it go, and just kind of go with like, okay, so this is happening now, so put all my attention on this. And it's really very zen. Like,
let me say something and then say your stuff and we're done.
Okay, good.
Fine, Let Social Prophet say his point.
All right, that's right. You didn't even get to the
Social Prophet needs to
right.
remember the princess of Why. That's what it is.
What's it called?
The Princess of Why.
The Church of Why.
Is this still filming? Is it we good?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I think a lot of the time religion is like a placebo effect. Mm-hmm. One time there was this house they said was haunted. Our friend, right?
Yeah.
It was an old funeral home.
Yeah.
I went into the bay. They kept saying it's haunted, it's haunted, it's haunted. They're like, I dare you to lock yourself in this room for 5 minutes with like where they used to do the bodies and shit. Okay, I did it, and when I was about to leave the room, there was like a presence that like wouldn't let me open the door. You know I don't bullshit about that because I don't believe in nothing.
Yeah, right.
The presence wouldn't let me open the door, and it almost like threw me back. And ever since then, I'm like, but was that in my head? Because they told me that. If they never told me it was haunted, would have that moment happened?
Right.
I don't know. Same with religion. If you never knew about religion and God, and if something happens, you wouldn't think to think of God or blame God or thank God. It's taught.
Right.
So that's my point. We'll get into all that.
I think there's a lot of shit like with diagnosis of things.
Yeah, I want to do it again.
Like even with diagnosis, like you could be diagnosed as depressed and told you're depressed.
Yes.
I want to be the Duncan Trussell of Joe Rogan. I want to be on like every 7 or 8
episodes.
What the fuck? But why, dude? We got Mike Hick coming
we just have so many guests coming in.
Yeah, I know, dude. We're loaded for right now. There's tons of them.